played better than we've ever played at the Kabaya Sports Team. If you look at the tempo and the temperament of the game, we needed to control our temperament, we needed to dictate the pace of the game. Therefore, we needed to make sure that we kept the ball at the great end spaces. So to me, it's a good game by far at the Kabaya Sports Team. There is more from my gentlemen to be done. There's so much quality, and I think that if we give them the confidence, we give them that trust, we show them that trust that they can do, I think they can be better than they are.
Okay, so like you said, question to coach before it comes straight. Before you ask a follow-up, you need to get your thoughts.
Nattey Pasquini. Coach, how do you feel when you play so well like this, but you squander all these chances, you win by goal to nil? How do you feel?
The most important thing is the 3 points. Once we've gotten the 3 points, I think it's okay. But then we need to work on our ability to convert chances, especially obvious goal scoring opportunities. In fact, we do a lot of goal scoring drills at training, and they are able to convert those opportunities at training. Then in a game, we have what we call audience effect. Sometimes the presence of the audience can affect the psyche of the players, which eventually will also affect the positional awareness of the player, hence wrong conversions. So I think once we keep doing that and I keep talking to them, they will be able to find their positions right in front of the goal area to convert their chances.
Coach, once again, congratulations. And quick one on the chances and the conversions. I know spot kicks, skipper usually takes it. What happened today? Hasn't been any changes or it just pick the ball and then take it?
Yeah, I think this question was asked some time ago when Imbella invested this. Yeah, so I mean Imbella and Figi in terms of graphical plots are training penalty kick practice. They are on top. So I think the brother decided to let him, which is Imbella, decided to let Figi take it because he had scored one so that he get a praise. But as I said earlier, it's unfortunate. We need to work on it. And we can score.
Okay, Coach, your friend that I can come of my friend. Meaning, in the amount of family, and I think maybe I said why justice play.
Yeah, we don't lack the quality of justice play in our team. We have Sheriff who plays in the same position, Richard Will, Agadas plays in the same position. Udasi who also plays, can also play in the same position. Yeke can also play in the same position. But every good team is a team that has depth in the team. I mean, player in, player out, the quality becomes the same or becomes better. So we thought it wise that in order to have depth in the team, and especially in that position, once he's one of the best in that position in the country, we should go for him. So the reason why we brought him, not that we lack quality in that position, we have it in the 4 players I've just mentioned, which you attest to it, you know it is.
Coach, I remember what I asked the question the first question here, mixing a form. First half, no issue, second half, no issue. We keep on saying we keep no game. And saying I want to be a change. When I feel players who are play plan, but beat me on my habit, 5 will come and then as they go to
yeah, on Dixon, I mean, he's very good offensively. If you look at him, he can create some spaces and run into those spaces. That was why he saw a lot of the ball in dangerous positions in the vital area of the opponent. It's just that I think most of the time he lacks positional awareness, and sometimes he reads the game ahead of the intentions of the teammate. So sometimes it's either too early or too late. And I've already engaged him on this line of discussion, and I know it will become better. And normally when the player is doing well and the final passes are not going as expected, you don't just get up and change it. Sometimes it can change the dynamics of play in that zone of play. So sometimes you keep an eye on the player, watch him for some time, and if you still encourage him and he's not doing the right things, then probably you bring him out. So at a point in time, I thought he made the audience to get a greater part of his thoughts on the field of play. So he became a little bit, let me say, confused, unquote and unquote, on the floor, hence the substitution. Yeah, on the injured players, I think we have a lot. Gamma is likely to return for a fitness test. The last time he did his test, in terms of frontal runs, I mean, he passed those frontal runs. I mean, when I say frontal runs, I mean running forward, straight forward. But lateral movements, moving on the side, he felt some pain around the ankle. So we had to do further scan to look at it. As far as what do you call it, as the point is concerned, I mean, the leg is in the cast. I mean, what you call POP. So I mean, the time, I think he's been given some time, and treatment is also going. What do you call it? Clinton Opoku is also undergoing treatment. In fact, the injury at Roma, we thought was a minor one, but it was a severe one from what the medical report indicated. So it needs a lot of time to rest. People are suffering from groin. And you know, groin, if you don't allow it to heal very well, you come and you go back, and it wouldn't be in the best interest of the players and then the team. Who else is left out? Andy Kume is supposed to go through surgery, and we are making the necessary arrangements for him to go through surgery. So basically, he's out of the season. Amankona had a slight knock, and from the scan, he could have trained, but once we have same players, I mean, we have players who can play in that position. We didn't want to risk him, so we decided to let him rest based on the medical advice by the medical team. So hopefully he will resume playing next week. Who else is there? So basically that's the update on the players.
Congratulations, coach. My name is Sicho, Star Times commentator for the Ghana Premier League. Just listening to you roll down the names of players who are injured, it's stunning really, because most of these names you just mentioned have started games and have played crucial parts of the season. And I'm here thinking that even in their absence, it doesn't appear that you are missing them. And you just described that you played your best game today. I want to ask, how do you keep the squad motivated in so that even when there are big injuries to Gama, to all the names you've mentioned, Amankona and Co., the rest are still up to the task?
In terms of trying to manage them, I've tried to always let them understand that they are playing for the biggest club in the country, and they always have to do their best, whether in pain or in joy. They have to do their best and play. For those who are injured, normally I tell them that mentally they have to be on top of their recovery process, because it's also part of the recovery process. Knowing that you can get well very soon is good. Those who are left are okay. I made them understand that it's an opportunity for them to play, because for me, if you know me very well, every registered player is a good player. I think once you are under my tutelage, it is my responsibility to ensure that the salaries you receive you work for it. So, I wish I was subject to training. As far as the defensive and offensive principles of your position that you play are concerned, I'll take you through and I'll subject you to training. And once you believe in me and I also believe in you, I think it will work. So that's why, even though we have these high profile players injured, we still have those who are playing well. Look at Sheriff Mohammed today. He was super in terms of with the ball and without the ball. And I told him today there is an opportunity for him to showcase his talent, tell the Pablos family that he can play. And that was exactly what he did.
Okay, last question.
My name is Rumi Angela. Coach, after the game, I saw you heading to medium goalkeeper, that's Bonjo. Were you surprised by his performance, or you were just congratulating him?
I was congratulating him. When the light shines, he should be put on top of the mountain, not under the mountain.
Right.
So once he did well, you even saw it when he was announced as the best player. It received spontaneous applause from everybody, including myself, who saw it and went to celebrate it. So I went there to congratulate him. And that's the spirit of sports.
Well, thank you very much. I think so far you have been a wonderful job. We would like you to do the